Hi there. So I just want to take you through some exercises that will help you to stabilize your shoulder blades and the shoulders in general, and also get a little bit more strength into the upper body. But I want to emphasize it in such a way that you can see it as full body exercises rather than just working on one or two muscles together. So of course we will be isolating, and the emphasis is more on shoulder blade stability, but at the same time I want you to think how the rest of the body is participating. And by doing that, you're not just working on your shoulders, on the muscles around the shoulders and the shoulder blades, but you're also activating your deep core muscles because you have to stabilize your torso and some of your spine extensors as well. For these exercises, I will be using a band. I use one of the long bands and it's very flexible, it's not very tight, so there's a lot of movement through this. And I think when we're working into the deep stabilizers, it's much better if we have a light band and if we move slow, just to really target those deep muscles. If we wanted to work into a little bit more of external muscles, then of course I could use something heavier. So I have a Pilates chair in front of me just to show you that all you need is just something to hook the band underneath. So it could be the leg of a heavy table, the leg of your bed, anything like it's a frame. It could be a doorknob as well, but you want to make sure that it's really stable and really strong and it's not going to come off. So anything that you can hook your band, and then you're ready to go. You don't necessarily need to warm up for this one, as those exercises, they're not too heavy, but of course don't push yourself too much thinking, oh yes, I'm going to work really hard, and then making the band really tight. I would say start quite light. So I'm going to position myself in front of the chair. My arms are quite long, so they're not just there, they're a little bit further forward. And I'm thinking of my feet first, so I feel that I'm in the center of my feet, and then I'm lengthening up towards the ceiling, so I work with my opposition. I want to activate my abs a little, so I have a sense that I'm zipping up through my lower abdomen, and then my tail gently drops down towards the floor. I keep the shoulders down without forcing them down, but have a sense that they're relaxing down. I'm going to inhale to prepare, and then on the exhale, I'm going to press the arms back, just align with my hips, and inhale to release. And again, exhale, press the arms back, and inhale to lengthen. And I want to make sure that the tension of the band, it doesn't make my body move back and front. So I don't want to be swinging the body back and front. I don't grip the toes. I don't transfer the weight into the heels. I only lengthen up. And exhale, press the arms back, and inhale to open. So the shoulders stay down, the back of the neck is nice and long. My chest is open and wide. I think of widening through my collarbones. Exhale to press the arms back, and inhale to release. And exhale, press the arms back. Now, in terms of the shoulder blades, I may feel some natural movement, which is fine. What I don't want to do is over pinching the shoulder blades, so avoid doing that. We'll do twice more. Exhale and inhale. One last one. Exhale to lengthen up and inhale. So right at the end I said exhale to lengthen up, so I don't feel only pressing the arms back. I constantly think of the lengthening of the spine. If you do this once and then you want to go a little bit deeper, you can walk your hands further close to the band, and then you can pull the band back again. And that way you'll have a little bit more tension. Now we're going to turn around and do the same, well, we can actually do the reverse. I'm staying right in front of the chair again. My arms are by the side of the body. And I sort of want to think the same principles again as I reach the arms forward. Nice and simple movement. I could have my palms face down. I could have the palms face in. I'm going to stay with the palms facing in for now. And I'm pressing down through my feet, and I'm lengthening the spine up towards the ceiling. And of course there's a little bit of a pull through the band which wants to pull me backwards. And I have to use my abs in order to stabilize my torso. And exhale to reach, and inhale to come back. And again, I don't want to grip the toes on the floor, I don't want to transfer the weight on the heels. I keep the weight in the middle of the foot. Open across the chest, open across the collarbones. And I'm drawing the navel in. And again, I'm concentrating on lengthening up towards the ceiling. And of course, I am controlling the band. It's not the band controlling me. And lengthen up, very good. I'll do one last one. And release. Okay. Now I'm going to turn to face towards the chair again. I want to work a little bit more with the area in between the shoulder blades. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to reach my arms a little bit wider out to the side. And from here, again, long through the body, weight in between, weight in the middle of the foot. I'm going to inhale to prepare and exhale to press the arms back. And inhale to return with control. And exhale, press the arms back. And inhale, return with control. Again, I could do it with the palms facing down. And I could also do it with my palms facing each other. Now, again, my spine extensors have to work in order to stabilize my spine. And they're not pulling the body forward. So I'm sort of resisting that pull from the band. And I'm going to think of keeping the shoulders down as well. Trying to relax the shoulders and lengthen through the back of the neck. And if you notice, I go slow so I can really feel those muscles. You will feel slightly your shoulder blades drawing in towards the center of the spine. That's fine, as long as you don't overdo it. Now, as you lengthen out towards the ceiling, think of containing the ribs at the front of the body. So I don't want to pop the ribs out. I'm staying wide across my shoulder blades and connected in front of my ribs. I'm going to do it twice more. Exhale to open, inhale to close. One last one. Exhale to open and inhale to close. Excellent. Now if I feel that there's some tension developing into my shoulders, I can just do a roll down, always lengthening up first, and then articulating the spine vertebra by vertebra, keeping the weight in the middle of the foot, inhale into the back of the ribs, allow the shoulders to relax, and then on the exhale, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. So now I'm going to take the band, and especially the next exercise can work better if you have a long band. If you have a short band, you may find that it's really tight. So I'm going to step in the middle of the band, and I'm going to hold one end on each hand. Again, I'm going to lengthen up towards the ceiling, and I'm going to open the arms out to the side, and then release with control. This time we are using a little bit more of the superficial muscles, more of a deltoid exercise. But I'm still concentrating on the whole body, so lengthening up towards the ceiling, pressing in the middle of the foot, engaging my abs, engaging my back muscles, just to lengthen up towards the ceiling. And exhale to lift, and inhale to lower. And I'm working with the resistance of the band. Now, as I'm lowering my arm, I'm thinking that I'm lengthening out towards the ceiling even more. And exhale, and inhale. I'm going to continue with the same exercise, but I'm going to cross the band, and that will make it just a little bit stronger. And exhale to lift, inhale to lower. And exhale. I'm containing my ribs and think that I'm lifting through my low abs, zipping up through the low abs. Exhale to lift and inhale. Now if you think your arm starts from the collarbones, think that you're opening and widening the collarbones as you reach the arms out to the sides. So it's nice to have that visual of lengthening to the right and to the left, or east and west. last one. Very good. And release. I'm going to take one more deep breath. Inhale. On the exhale, I'm going to roll down. Inhaling into the back of the ribs. Just to give myself a little bit of a stretch. And then exhale, roll up, roll up, roll up. Okay. Now, then I'm going to isolate a little bit more into the rotator cuff muscles. And they are responsible for all the rotations, but they are also stabilized. So the muscles that they rotate usually joints, they're also the ones that they stabilize. It's the same with the hip. The muscles that they rotate the hip are the ones stabilizing the hip as well. So I'm just going to wrap the band around wherever you're wrapping it around. So I'm going to secure it there. Very good. And I'm going to start with my internal rotation. Now, if you have any shoulder injury, you have to modify for your body. So I could start here with my arm externally rotated, and then I could pull it all the way in and then return out. But for some of you, this may be heavy. So you may want to start with your arm right in front of the body, and you could just do this and this. So if you have any sensitivities, usually these exercises are really good. Find the range of movement that you're pain-free, and then work within that. And once you feel that you're getting a little bit stronger and it gets a little bit easier and the pain starts releasing, then you can go into the full range of movement. For me, for today, I can do the full range on this arm. So I'm going to inhale to prepare and then exhale just to pull the arm in and then inhale to open. Now I can really feel it into my deep muscles rather than the external muscles. And I'm going to go slow. And of course this looks very easy, but at the same time there's more muscles working. So my hip abductors, they have to work in order to stabilize my pelvis on my thighs. So I'm not sort of rotating with the body. Same with the upper body, your abs and your spine muscles, they have to work all together in order to stabilize the torso. So it's just a simple movement, it's an isolation, but at the same time, it is really the whole body participating. Exhale on the way in, inhale on the way out. And especially my return is a little bit more important, so I don't want this to pull my arm back. So I want to return with control and press the arm in. Think of that elbow staying right underneath your shoulder, so I'm not going to open the elbow out. In and out. Okay, I'm going to work with the same arm, but I'm going to change the exercise. So now I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to do the external rotation. Same thing, my hand could start like this, or it could start in front of me. You're going to see better on the other side, depending on what range of movement I have. Actually, it might be easier, if I show you on my other arm. So I'm working into the external rotation, and what I was saying is that you could either start with your arm in sort of 90 degrees, or you could pull it in if you want to do the full range of movements. So I'm going to inhale to prepare and exhale to rotate out this time, and inhale to return with control. And exhale to rotate, and inhale, return with control. Again, I'm keeping that elbow right underneath me. I'm lengthening out towards the ceiling. And I'm trying to keep my shoulder stable as well. Shoulder and elbow stay level. So I'm not opening the elbow out to the side. And exhale to rotate. And inhale to return. And exhale to rotate. Inhale to return. Exhale to rotate. Inhale. And once you start thinking of one thing, then we usually start forgetting about the rest. So containing the ribs, relaxing the shoulders, lengthening the spine up, and avoid any rotation through the legs or through the pelvis. I'm going to do one last one. So if you really go slow, even with a little bit of tension, you are going to feel your deep muscles start getting a little bit more tired. So I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to start with internal rotation of the same arm. Inhale to prepare, and exhale to rotate in. Inhale to return, and exhale, and inhale to return, and exhale. So this is working the internal rotation. And inhale. And exhale, lengthening up. And inhale. And exhale, lengthening up. And inhale. Let's try twice more. Very good. You see my energy lengthens up towards the ceiling and down towards the floor. Okay. And then one last one with the other arm to go into the external rotation. I'm going to secure my arm here into my hip, so I'm going to do the full range of movement. Inhale to prepare, and exhale to rotate out, and inhale to come back with control. Exhale to rotate. When you start in the beginning, you're thinking, I don't feel much, this feels very easy. But stay with it. Stay with this easiness. Concentrate on your deep muscles. Try to find the movement from just your shoulder, so nothing else is moving, without opening the arm, without dropping forward, without lifting the elbow. And exhale to rotate. Inhale to return. Exhale to rotate. Inhale to return. Let's do twice more. And one last one. And return with control. So if you do that, it's 4 movements in total. Internal rotation on both arms, external rotation on both arms. Really good exercise. It doesn't matter if you don't have a shoulder injury, they will benefit you a lot and they will help you to strengthen the muscles on your shoulder blades and on your shoulders. Now, I want to do something slightly different. So with the arms, I may just put my foot in here just to secure the chair a little bit more. The arms are reaching further forwards now, and I'm going to press the elbows back, pull the arms back, and feel the muscles in between my shoulder blades working again, and then inhale to release. And exhale, I'm lengthening out towards the ceiling, containing the ribs, and inhale to release. Again, open across your chest, open across your collarbones, and release. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Lengthening up, growing a little bit taller. So again, I'm going to feel some natural movement in the shoulder blades, but I don't want to pinch too much. Let's try twice more. Very good. And one last one. And release. Okay, now I'm going to turn around and do the same thing in reverse. In Pilates, we call that the offering. I'm going to have my palms facing up, but you could have them facing in, you could have them facing out. In fact, if you do a set of 10 with all different arm positions, it will be really helpful. So, palms facing up, open across my collarbones. I'm going to reach the arms forward and come back with control. And reach the arms forward. It's like you're offering something. And come back with control. And reach the arms forward, lengthen out towards the ceiling, stabilize the body, and come back. Make sure you're not gripping your toes, and make sure you're not transferring the weight on the heels. You're going to feel it on your kneecaps if you transfer the weight into the heels, because the kneecaps are lifting up. Exhale, and inhale, come back with control. exhale to reach. So again, the whole torso is working. The leg muscles are working as well, just to stabilize the pelvis on the legs. So we're not sinking, I'm not losing the connection with my pelvis. Let's do twice more. Exhale, reach. Inhale to come back. One last one. Exhale, reach. And inhale to come back. Very good. And release. And something a little bit more functional, just to finish this session. Again, there is movement on the shoulder blades, but make sure it's controlled and it's not all over the place. So this time, I'm going to start with my arms down. I'm holding one end on each hand. Now, as I said, the shoulders are going to move. I'm going to do a little bicep curl here, and I'm going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Of course, my shoulders are going to lift a little, but they're not going to go there. So I'm going to try and keep the shoulders down, and then I'm going to open the arms with control. And again, I'm going to bend the arms, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, keeping the shoulders down, and release with control. Now think of your abdominal muscles as well, just to maintain the length of the body. And reach, and release with control. I'm going to do one last one. Bend the arms and reach and release with control. Now I'm going to reverse it, but I'm going to turn sideways because I need you to understand something here. When the arms go up, sometimes some of you may not have the movement on the shoulders, and in order to think that you're reaching your arms up, you start pushing the ribs out. So I want you to avoid that. I don't want you to force anything on your shoulders. And when you reach the arms up, keep them within your peripheral vision, slightly in front. So if this is what you can do, that's enough. And then bend the elbows and release. I have a lot of mobility on my shoulders, so don't try to copy the movement, what it looks like, but try to understand it, that when the arms go up, they can be within your peripheral vision in order to stabilize the spine. So we don't want to compensate by losing the posture, lengthening up and release. Let's try one more time. Reach the arms up and release with control. I'm going to take one deep breath, and then on the exhale I'm going to roll down vertebra by vertebra, maintain the weight in the middle of the foot. Take one deep breath into the back of the ribs, and exhale, roll up. Roll up, roll up. Excellent. So I only did one set of each exercise. Feel free to play the video again and do everything maybe twice. Of course, if you remember, you can do it without the video, but it's nice to hear the cues just for a reminder, because we tend to forget things. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch, and I'm happy to explain whatever questions you may have. I hope that was helpful. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care.